Not to he can me happen you make a for me po.
Oh, Finemia guy. FPF for me lelo. Robenya Ville Jojo. Jajaradona Siana 2025. Ya for me le rehearsal so there le jajado. Mile. Me ya fide ko mile.
Oh, nyate fair. You must be in my register at Dallas 2025. Because land has the only way my tongue get access to their hotel. I can't really worry. No, you may register here. Can I never job? He my tongue at the convention or would they refund my money to me?
What for now? Never and Ghana registration. I've another two more down my temper convention the Canaswa. We are cool 11 hours when now your convention organizers. You don't know my other than what to put that for now. 11 and your happy August like at the week 2025. Now do I don't hope we go Katan.
Oh, nyate fair.
Nyatefe nyakwemi onu. Bekwe fepribe di fefete mi yakwemi date ekwe here August 13, 2025. No nya yoko wa cancel hotel reservations akwa agana.
You know what? You're too early to register for the convention now. The convention is up there in August 2025.
Our phone and registration. Ekpanade Siana Movena would do near as an outie. Ohana Apo Hotel Benny Fede and
Oh, I've been at the Open Yabedem. We need to my register. My way, Kaba, my young Indian Gomita, a part of we play Colobadi. What you know, register, Namia Fansa, Elevated.
Efo, eho go bankolo. Yami, yame when mi yom ya beku meto when mi register mi afa Dallas. Azalo.
Come and have a unique experience in Dallas, Texas.
Ago Namia Pete Milemia Pe Bemifa 32nd annual Siena Convention Le Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas. Big D. Mifa Yapapong Tepe.
Aha. Siena 2025. Mano Bobo Edolo. Mifa Midwaza. We were me at the Cornwall Friday evening. Sunday, me our picnic, me our church service, and all les anzazata miniva.
Tata nyo play phone yo mi do bonsoir na mi lo. Mi do bonsoir na mi apata mi de kukuna mi be mi kro mi ape famille o valo. Mi kro mi ape famille o mi afa po Dallas da. Mi adu azan. Azalo.
Azase.
Azale kongbe.
Azale wow.
Hello. Indeed, I'm in Donna Misianami. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. This is the Health and Wellness Show, and my name is Miss Del. We welcome you to our show today. Yes, we're back again by the grace of God, and today we're going to be talking about health and finance. Yes, you all know we diverse into we talk about diverse topics in health. And so today is going to be health and finance. Very, very important. And as we always do, before we start on that topic, our sister is here, Daddy Sarah, to give us our motivational message for the day and for the week. So over to you, Daddy Sarah.
Thank you very much, Miss Dale. Our word of encouragement today, I just want to put a question to you. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? And whatever it is you're passionate about, it doesn't matter what it is important that you apply yourself to the passion that is in your heart and is in your mind. And so for those of you who are living your passion or who are following your passion and doing it, you are being a blessing to society as a whole, because God put the passion in your heart for a reason and for a purpose. Now, your passion should bring you joy and excitement most of the time. And so if your passion is not bringing you joy and excitement most of the time, you need to go back to the drawing table and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Or what am I doing? Or Who am I listening to? Because most of the time we are following our passion, but we are listening to other people's views and opinions that influence and hurt us in many ways that we do not even know. And so I want to say that it's important to follow your truth about your passion, because we are all here to learn some lessons in life. And so our paths are not the same. And so our passions will not be the same, no matter how similar they may look. And so consider carefully what is not bringing you joy about your passion and review it, and make sure that you are following the path of least resistance, which is the path where you are not stressing too much, the path where you are not worrying too much, the path where you are not complaining too much about the passion or what you're doing. Now, for those of us who are not following our passion, it's important to go back there, because that's where the joy is, that's where the excitement is, and that's where the blessing will come from. And so it's important to ask ourselves that question: what brings me joy? What brings me excitement? And then when you ask yourself that question, you observe the things that brings you most joy and most excitement, and you do it, and you don't even feel stressed or tired. It means that's the area to focus on and try to spend more of your time. So if right now that's not what you're doing, yeah, you can still reconsider that. You cannot jump from A to B. You have to gradually transition yourself from what you're doing right now that you don't like into what you will love to do every day. Wake up excited to look forward to doing, because that is very important for your total well-being. And so my encouragement to you today is that follow your passion, follow your joy, follow the things that de-stress you, like you're doing it and you don't feel stressful. Those are the things that you enjoy doing and you love doing, and then it will help you become a more joyful person and become blessing to society and to community. And so let us all follow our passion and our joy. That's the encouragement for today. Thank you all very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, David, Sarah. Thank you so much. Yes, we have to follow our passion, and that's what's going to give us joy. And so this morning we're here at the Health and Wellness Hub on the Sienna TV show, and this is our passion and gives us joy. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short commercial break, and then we'll come back and introduce our special guest in the studio. Stay tuned.
Never ever
Welcome back. That was a short video from Afenya Media. Afenya Media is one of our sponsors for Sienna 2025 here in Dallas. And so if you haven't registered, please go ahead and register, because Dallas is ready to host you for Sienna 2025. Okay, so we'll go straight to our special guest in the studio. Let me put it on the screen. Okay, there we go. So our special guest today is Mrs. Joyce Huse. She is a financial professional, and she's going to be educating us on health and finance. Can you just share your presentation? So I can project it, please, Mama Joyce. But before the end, can you just you're welcome. This is the Health and Wellness Show, Mama Joyce. So you're welcome. Even as I said earlier on, you're going to educate us on health and finance. So over to you, Mama Joyce.
All right. Thank you so much, AC, for having me here this morning. And I want to say thank you for that invitation. I feel honored to be here, right? And thank you so much, Miss Sarah, That was powerful, right? Excitement with joining or following our passion. I love that. I love that whenever excitement or anything that has to do with passion is said, I'm so excited about it. Thank you so much. That was much needed this morning. And I want to say hello to all your listeners who are listening from far and near. And if you can hear my voice, I want to say thank you for joining or tuning in this morning to listen to us. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much, Miss Essie. All right. So I think I gave you my great.
There we go. Yeah, it's on.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
can we have it into a presentation mode? Do have control, something like that?
Yes, you have it. You have the control.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Could you just help me a little bit with that because it's not going into that mode for me yet.
It's not.
The mouse is moving though, so
Yes, we can see from here.
Can you
yeah.
just hit on the
Come,
low?
below a bit. Yeah,
Yes.
almost there. Yeah. Yes. I think the mouse is erratic right now.
If you hit
I think
control,
is it a touch screen laptop or you're using a separate mouse?
I'm using a separate mouse, but
Yeah, so you're closer to the icon, just a bit down, just a little bit down. Oh, it moved back up. Well, I think you can just go on and use the next arrow instead of.
yeah. Can you just go down and just click on that for me, please?
Sure. Okay, just keep talking and then we'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So, like she said, my name is Joyce Hassey. I'm a licensed financial professional. And I also have a background in health administration. That's what I got my master's in. And I am also a health informatics specialist. So I have a little background, right, in healthcare as well, too. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Yes, good, AC. Just click on that for me.
I don't have the slide, so.
Oh, okay, so I
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yes.
So it keeps going back and forth. I don't know
Alright.
how and why it's doing that, but I hope you all would bear with me and just let's go here.
Okay, let me just play a quick advert and then share it with me. Just email it to me and then I will just control
Okay,
it.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Maximize your convention experience at Dallas 2025 by unlocking history and innovation that suits all ages. Join us for an unforgettable experience as we tour U.S. Currency Engraving Site and the Museum of Science and Technology, all at $60 per person. Make the most of your time in Dallas by visiting two of the most fascinating destinations in North Texas. Step behind the scenes and witness the intricate process of currency engraving, where history meets art. Explore how bills and coins are designed, engraved, and perfected by expert artisans. It's a rare opportunity to see the craftsmanship that goes into the money we use every day. Fort Worth is a cornerstone of America's financial legacy and is one of only 2 U.S. locations producing paper currency. Just around the corner, dive into the world of innovation and discovery at Fort Worth's Museum of Science and Technology. From hands-on exhibits to inspiring displays, the museum is a must-visit for curious minds of all ages. Don't miss out on this chance to explore both the artistry of currency and the wonders of science. Add the $60 tour to your registration package for a comprehensive convention experience. Register today.
Davi Sabina, it's been a while. How have you been? Have you heard about Sienna 2025 in Dallas? It's going to be the biggest event of the year.
Oh, Pastor Martin, so good to see you. I've heard some buzz about it, but tell me more. What makes it so exciting?
Oh, where do I even begin? It's a 4-day celebration filled with culture, networking, and unforgettable experiences. Plus, they've made registration super easy.
Really? How do I sign up?
It's so simple. Just go to www.dallasaves.org. Again, www.dallasaves.org and pick your package. You can even add a $60 excursion to explore Dallas in style.
That sounds amazing. But what about hotel accommodations?
Oh, no worries. The convention registration is linked to the hotel reservation. When you register, just select if you need a hotel and the dates you will be staying.
Oh, that is so awesome. And I don't need 2 lanes?
Yes, you will get an email from the Sheraton DFW Hotel with your reservation details and a credit card authorization form to finalize it. And the best part, you won't be charged for your room until you check out.
Oh, this is really convenient. Anything else I should know?
Yes, as if the package wasn't already great, they just announced that everyone who registers now gets a complimentary buffet-style American breakfast at the hotel.
Oh, no way. That's such a great deal. I don't want to miss out. I'm registering right away before I forget.
That's the spirit. Let's lock in our spots and make Sienna 2025 unforgettable.
Okay.
It's usual, to have technical challenges. It's part of our life.
I haven't received it, so Maja, she can just keep going.
Okay, so let me do it one more time. Is there any way you can have control of it?
No, I don't.
All right.
Okay.
Did it come up now?
Yeah, it's on now.
Okay, so is it in the presentation mode yet?
Yes.
Great. I love that. You know what I always say? In times like that, we don't panic, right? We only pivot. And like I said, thank you so much, Essie and Sarah, for this honorable invitation. My name is Joyce Hassey. I'm a licensed financial professional with a background in healthcare and in health administration and also health informatics. So I know a thing or two about healthcare, the business side of it, right? All right. So today we're going to talk about health and finance. So the healthy you, as you are listening to me, what is health? Scholars have explained that health is not merely the absence of disease, right? Yes. But what? But the presence of vitality, balance, and peace within the mind, body, and soul. And that is what makes you healthy, right? So it's not just you not having any sickness or diseases in your body, but having that balance within yourself gives you that health that you so much desire. Now, like I said, I come from the business background of healthcare, and the business of healthcare in America is booming, right? Because the system of healthcare is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and that's what it is. That is why you see a lot of nurses, a lot of doctors always being produced every single day. So when we come into the healthcare system in America, it's a bit complex, right? Because we have the patient, right? When you get sick, you go to see a doctor. Yes, you are a patient at that point. Then what else? We have payers. These are the people, or these are the parties that are responsible for paying your hospital bills or your medical expenses, including yourself. At times you become a payer too because you have all these co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles, and all that you have to meet. Then who do we have? We have the providers right here. These are the people who are providing you with those services that you are receiving once you fall sick. Then we have my good friends here. They are the regulators. They are like the cement that binds all these pieces together. They set the standards, they set the rules and regulations to ensure that you are receiving the maximum benefit of healthcare in America. Now, with that in mind, what role does the family play when it comes to your health? So we understand perfectly that the family plays a pivotal role in maintaining health and preventing diseases. We cannot take that away from the family, right? Because when a family member, they would be there to support you and nurture you through all the stages of life. Think about it as a woman who is pregnant, right? The family is there giving that support. That baby is born, the family is there to give the support. That baby begins to crawl, the family is there, take their first step. Every stage in life, so you return back, the family is there throughout. And that's what family stands to do. Now, when a family member is sick, I know most nurses and doctors here are going to go like, yeah, Joyce, hit that right again. So when a family member is sick, what family does is they ensure that these people are receiving the best care possible. So if we go to the hospitals today, or if you're listening to me and you are currently in the hospital, you would see that call light going off. It's not the patient that is pressing the call button. It's the family member, right? They are calling in, picking calls. Hey, how is my family member doing? How is this person doing? You are literally reporting to the family basically every day. They are calling the doctors, they're calling the nurses, the aides. Everybody is on hot seat because the family is always calling in. And that's what family does. And you want your family to do exactly the same thing for you too, right? That's what family stands to do. Now, let's look at a few statistics here. According to CDC 2021, this numbers could have gone up, right? When we talk about chronic and critical illness, that's the number one cause of poverty in this country. Yes. When we look here, CDC says that more than 795,000 people are getting down with stroke every single year. That's staggering, right? Now, how about heart attacks? More than 805,000 people are getting heart attacks every single year. Now, let's look at cancers, all various types of cancers. More than 1.7 million people are being diagnosed with all various types of cancers. These numbers could look staggering, but that is what is on the ground. Now, think about it. I just want us to put a family in perspective because we are talking about health and finance, the role of the family. So, those are beautiful young family, mother and father working hard to provide the needs of these little children. They have a dream for these children. They have their own personal dreams as well too. And like Miss Sarah said, they have their own passion too that they want to follow. So it's beautiful as you see them all here. Now, what happens? The unexpected, things that we don't even plan for could happen along the way. And this time, what really happened? When there is critical illness in the family, the breadwinner of the house is now down, fighting for his or her life. What do you think would be happening to that family at this moment? This is unexpected. This is not part of their plan. Their plan was to work hard, provide a living, and just make life for their beautiful family. And when this happens, what do you think is going to happen to that family? Now, let's look at some of the tools that will befall this family. The unit that is called the family is made vulnerable when such incident happens. When one member of the family is critically diagnosed, chronically diagnosed, or terminally ill, everything within that family is exposed and so becomes so vulnerable in that regard. Now, remember, This couple were going in every day and bringing home an income. Now one income is down. So what do you think financially is going to happen? There's going to be a burden on the healthy spouse or partner because one is down and is unable to work and bring home that income that is coming. This person that is down, aside the sickness, right? The loved one cannot even have that time to spend with him or her because he or she has to go to work and bring home an income to sustain the family's livelihood. Now, when such things happen, money becomes tight, as we can all attest. So what would happen is that now we have to dive right into our retirement account. Other investments that we have, you're going right into your 401ks, your IRAs, your stocks. Everything in those accounts will be depleted because now our aim is to get this spouse or partner who is down back on his or her feet. And we are not worried about money. We don't want to stack money in there while somebody is dying. So we'll bring everything out and take care of those person. Now, you see those beautiful children that we have? We want the best for our children. We put our children in private schools, into extracurricular activities after school. And now, when money becomes tight, what do we have to do? We have to start pulling these children out. Think about that little girl, that your daughter, that your son, whom you have enrolled in soccer, gymnastics, ballet, and all those extracurricular activities that you pay every single month to. And now you cannot afford that. So that child has to be pulled out of that event. You can imagine the emotional stress that is going to befall that child. Not only that, the physical and mental exhaustion on the family. Everybody is tired physically. Mentally, they are all exhausted because they had to go through this together as a family. Nobody plans for these, right? Great. Now, since nobody is planning for any of these, my question to you this morning is, are you putting money away for when you are critically ill? Are you doing that? When we talk about critical illness, what am I talking about here? Are you really putting part of your income away for the day that you have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, major organ transplant, blindness, paralysis? I know somebody is here listening to me now and is like, Joyce, God forbid. I love that. Because you and I don't pray for any of these. Right? How about chronic illness? If you are not able to perform any of these activities of daily living for yourself, are you putting portions of your income away for these? How about being terminally ill? When the doctor says you have less than 12 months to live, have you planned and prepared for that day? Now, how about all those unexpected medical expenses? You go in today, oh, you have a copay, you have a deductible that you have to meet, you have this that you have to meet. Are you planning for that? Like I said, God forbid. But just let's take a look. You see that your little son, right? And that your beautiful, precious daughter, whom you want her to become a surgeon, a neurosurgeon for that matter. Yes, you want your child to become a medical practitioner, a doctor, a nurse, right? Let me ask you, are you also praying that people should fall sick so that your child can have patients to take care of? Hmm? Are you praying for that? Definitely not, right? But you want your child to become a doctor, a renowned one, of course, but you're not praying for anybody else to fall sick. So, how is your child going to practice? What I'm trying to tell you this morning is we all are not praying for any of these. But as long as we are breathing and living, these things are bound to happen. Right? Okay, let's move on here. What I want you to remember is people would say, well, Joyce, Medicare, I have Medicare, and Medicare is going to be there for me. Yeah, Medicare can help pay for immediate or acute medical expenses. That is it, right? Uh-huh. Okay. But when you are chronically ill, you need an ongoing care, period. Yes, family. Yeah, we're talking about family here. They would come in to support, but it's just for a short time. Because that family member, that your daughter, that your son, that your husband, they cannot put their life on hold just so they can take care of you full time. That's not possible, right? Okay. So as the need for care increases, what plans do you have in place, right? hmm Now, you would need additional services and care. That's it. What's your plan for that? You go to work every day. We have to start planning for these as well. Now, the cost may quickly deplete the resources that you've worked hard for. That's the truth. Yes. You want somebody to come and take care of you, and it's not going to be covered by your insurance? How are you going to pay for that? Oh, let me go into my full 1K, take out some money, let me liquidate my stocks. Yes, that's what happens, right? Yes. Now, let's consider some of these facts. It says that nearly 70% of people who are turning 65 today are expected to need some type of what long-term care for the remaining of their years on Earth. 70%, more than half, almost everybody would need it. And for how long would we need it? On average, we would need that for 3 years. So if you're going to live longer than that, then it's going to be more years than that. Let's take a look at the annual cost. Averagely, to hire a home health aide, these home health agencies will bring the aid to you to take care of you. Averagely, you are paying these people, the home health businesses, on average $68,000 a year. I'm not talking about how much you're paying directly to the aid. No, no, no. The aid is not getting paid through you, but to the company that brought that aid to you. On average, it's costing you about 68,000. And just do the math. If you're going to need this for 3 years on average, as the statistics proved, this times 3, your guess is as right as mine. Do you have that money? Now, for a private room in a nursing home, that is going to cost you over $100, over $100,000 for a private room in a nursing home. Have you planned for that as well too? Now, the question that I want to ask us as we are listening in this morning is, how many days forward could you survive if you stopped working today? How many days forward are you going to survive it? Well, let me pull this up for you too. This survey that was done asked, how long would it take your family to feel the financial impact of the loss of your primary wage earner? It says here that 44% of the family that was surveyed says that within 6 months or less, they're going to feel that. Isn't that crazy? Within 6 months or less, they're going to feel the impact the financial loss to that family. 57% of the family surveyed says within a year or less. We think about it, we've been working our entire life, and the day we stop working, we can barely survive within a year. Right? Okay, I love it. Let's move on here. Now, why would you stop working? Nobody is just going to say, I choose not to work because I don't want to. No. Circumstances, things can befall us. What if, in the event of chronic or critical illness, you are not able to work? How many days forward are you going to survive? Let's take a look into some of your portfolios that you have, the accounts that you have already here. Let's go into your checking, your savings, your CDs, your 401ks, 403bs, the IRAs that you have, the Roth IRA, and even the stocks that you have, the bonds you have. How much money do you have in these accounts that can comfortably take care of you when you are not getting any income? You know that? Some people would say, I've met people throughout my journey and would say, well, Joyce, this is America. And if that should ever happen, we would apply for Medicaid, right? So Medicaid is literally their plan, right? We all have plans. But did you know about a spend down when it comes to Medicaid? What is the spend down when it comes to Medicaid? Every state has an amount that is assigned or designated that you, who is applying for that Medicaid, should have a certain threshold of income. If you exceed that income, you would not qualify for that Medicaid assistance. Oh, well, Joyce, if that's the case, then that's simple. If I exceed, then I would probably transfer the excess funds to my friends and families, and they can keep all that for me, and I could barely go with what I have left in my account, and they can easily qualify me. Oh, my dear. Did you also know about the 5-year estate recapture? They are looking back 5 years. Your assets, how have you distributed it? They're looking back into all that. Yes, you got to bring it all forward. Use it to take care of you first. And then, that Medicaid will step in to give you the assistance that you need. How about if you had money in an immediate annuity or life insurance? Would you have to spend that down? Or would that be counted against you? No. How many of you know about that? That's the question of the day, right? Yes. If you had money sitting in your immediate annuity or life insurance, it would not be used against you. And you don't have to spend it down as well, too. So that means that it's not going to prevent you from getting that Medicaid if there is need for it. Now, let's take a look at your income as it comes in every month. On the average, an American is bringing home about $5,000 a month. Yes. And you see on my screen here, these are the regular expenses, right? This is the regular expenses of an average American. You're paying rent, you're paying off your taxes through that income before even it gets to you. You have groceries, you have gas, you have car insurance, you have electric bills, water bills, your phone bills. And for most of us listening in, we have families back home that we have to remit. That is not even included here. And sometimes I wonder, how are we able to survive that? For most of us, when it is all said and done, the calculations are done, we are in the negative, not even the zero. If it's zero, that would be a hero for us, right? We'll be in the negative. Now, just think about it. With your average salary coming in every month, and with your regular expenditure, as you're reviewing all that, how much of that are you putting away to cover illnesses? For yourself, for your spouse, for your children? How much are you putting away to cover that? Joyce, please, the money is not even enough. So what are you talking about? Yes. But nobody's planning to fall sick, right? Okay. Now, let's go into another area that I want us to take note. 2024, which just passed, was the beginning of what we call the Peak 65 zone. So what the Peak 65 is all about, it's about the retirement age, the surge of retirement age in Americans. So that means that people who are turning 65 in America every single day, over 4.1 million Americans will turn 65 each year between 2024 to 2027. 4.1 million people will turn 65. And what does that mean? People are retiring, which means that if we break it down to the nut, every single day, 11,000 people, more than 11,000 actually, are turning 65. That means they are retiring every single day. Today, as we speak, more than 11,000 people are turning 65 and they are retiring officially. Now, is your retirement even set? When people talk about retirement, they're looking at, well, Joyce, I have to downsize and all that. How did retirement become synonymous with downsizing? Right? You are retiring. You're becoming a grandparent. You should have more space to entertain, to welcome your children, your grandchildren, and all that. How did that become downsizing into a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment? Now, let me also ask you here. You see how hard you've been working all these years? What guarantees do you have that the day that the Lord calls you home, everything that you've worked hard for would go to your loved ones? Do you have any guarantee? Are you just working? Are your loved ones going to receive everything you've worked hard for? Well, let's see what happens after you leave here. So, after you leave here, after you pass on, that nurse in that hospital, I know most nurses are like, well, Joyce, what is it? Oh, yes, you remember you have to make a phone call, right? And when you make those calls, you call a 1-800 number. And what you are doing is reporting the death of that individual. With that report, they would ask your name, birthday, social security, everything to identify that person. Yes. And after that call, it's routed into the system. You know, America is a system, right? And when that call is routed into the system, what happens afterwards? You see that checking account that you're leaving behind? Yes. The savings account, the CDs, your 401ks, and the 403bs that you have, the Roth, your stocks that you have. Oh, yes. All these accounts will be what? Frozen. The only account that will not be frozen will be your index annuities and life insurance. Well, Joyce, why are they freezing these accounts? That's a good question to ask. I heard you. They are freezing this account. You remember you are still living in that beautiful house. It's a 30-year mortgage, and you have lived in for about 15 years, and you have not finished paying that mortgage. So, what happens when you're no longer here? Oh, you just recently went to the dealership to get a car and you are paying a car note. So, what happens when you're no longer here? Who pays for that? Okay, the credit card that you have, the student loan that you are leaving behind, who is going to be responsible for that? So, every debt that you are leaving behind has to be taken care of. How, Joyce? That's why we have the probate court. That court will go into session. We know court proceedings don't happen instantly. So, when you are gone to be with the Lord, the probate court will go into session maybe 6 months, a year after you are gone. And with the freezing of all these accounts as mentioned, they go in there, use all the money in there to settle every little debt that you left behind. One thing I want you to remember is America never forgets. Period. Well, Joy, I have a will. That's sweet that you have a will. But your will is nothing but a piece of paper that is outlining your wishes. Have you heard about that? Do you know what a trust is? Have you sat down to talk to somebody about trust? Yes. However, if you have your money sitting in your index annuities or life insurance, it will not be touched. You are guaranteed that it's going to go to your loved ones when you need it most. That's it. Now, this guy who established or who founded Cash App, most of us use Cash App to send money back and forth to our loved ones. His name is Bob Lee. He passed away in 2023. But if you read the headline, it says founder of Cash App, who was worth what, $10 million, died, and now his family is begging for funds on GoFundMe to bury him and care for his children because all his money is now frozen in probate. Probate is real. Is your estate protected? Is your asset protected? What are you doing? What measures are you putting in place to protect your hard work? All right. Joyce is bringing some tough questions this morning, right? Let's do that. That's what I love to do. Like Sarah said, your passion, right? Yes, because I know you all work hard. And sometimes we just need to stop and take a look at some of these important stuff. I want to summarize everything that I've been talking to you about this morning. Your health, your finance, the family at the tail end. What happens when a critical illness or any chronic condition hits? The financial burden on that family alone, the loss of that income, the depletion of your retirement account, which is for your future, if everything gets depleted. Let's talk about the emotional aspect of it too. The frustration, the depression, mental health. In those times, everybody is frustrated. You are depressed because your loved one is down and you feel powerless. You feel handicapped financially to even be there in those times to take care of that loved one because you have to be at work trying to bring home that income to sustain the family, to sustain the home, to pay off the bills. That's what I'm talking about. Now, how about the impact on your even parenting practices? As a parent, Both of you were coming together, raising these children, and now one is down, and the other healthy partner is always on the run. Nobody cares about anybody anymore. The reduced responsiveness. Everybody is hostile to each other. Oh, don't talk to me. Don't speak to me. I don't have time. I have to go. The disengagement, the unit as a family is now disengaged. So, what I want you to take away with you this morning, and what I want you to understand is that it is your singular responsibility. This is not a responsibility of your partner. This is not a responsibility of your children, your friend. But it is your singular responsibility to take care of your tomorrow today. You have to take care of your tomorrow today. In fact, you should have taken care of your tomorrow yesterday while you can. Because you cannot allow your irresponsibilities today to become somebody else's responsibility tomorrow. You cannot expect me to contribute to that GoFundMe, right? Well, you could have created or prevented that from happening in the first place. So take care of your tomorrow today while you can. And let know your irresponsibility today to become somebody else's responsibility tomorrow. Thank you so much, Ms. Esme, for having me. And I know most of you would have questions. Be like, Joyce, I need to sit down with you on a one-on-one appointment. And as I'm going to do this for your listeners, right? I'm going to do a one-on-one free appointment, right? Just have me one-on-one, sit down and ask me any question that you may have. My phone number is displayed on the screen. Yes, you can contact me via text messages, WhatsApp, regular text messages. Just when you text me, just put Sienna, right, in that text message so that I know that it's a free consultation, it's a free appointment that we sit down and you ask me any question that you may have. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope I brought some value to you this morning. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, my Joyce. I'll give you a minute. I think this stuff. Okay, there we go. All right. Thank you so much. Wow. This is a lot of information. A lot of information. I'm lost for words. We have been informed. So what are we going to do? We have to sit back and, make an informed decision. We have to sit back and make an informed decision. All our hustle and bustle, do we want it to go waste? No, we don't. So if you want to get more information, her number is scrolling. Let me see if there we go. So her number is scrolling down there. Mrs. Joyce Hughes' number is 940-536-4031, or you can get in touch with me and I will connect you to her. She has a lot of information, trust me. A lot of information. And these are things that are going to help us. These are things that are going to help us to, make all our hustle and bustle, worth it. Worth it at the end of the day. We want it to be worth it. We want it to benefit us and our family. So what is it if going out and coming in, you wake up early in the morning, we go, we come back late, we don't even have time for our families, and at the end of the day, we're still going to lose everything. It's not worth it. So let's put things in place, even as you have informed us. There are things that we have to put in place. This is America, as you said. There's America for the informed and America for the uninformed. If you don't know, you do not know. We'll just be ignorant and then we go with it. But if you know, we have to take that necessary steps to put things in place so we can build wealth for our families as well. Thank you all so much. All too soon. Our time is almost up. We'll take a short commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll wrap up and call it a day. All right, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Hey David, as-tu entendu parler de Siana 2025 à Dallas? Ce sera le plus grand événement de l'année.
J'en ai entendu parler, mais dis-moi davantage, Richard. Qu'est-ce qui le rend si extraordinaire?
Oh, par où commencer? C'est une célébration de 4 jours remplis de culture, de réseautage et d'expériences inoubliables. Et en plus, ils ont rendu l'inscription super facile.
Vraiment? Comment puis-je m'inscrire?
C'est simple. Il suffit d'aller sur www.dallasairways.org et de choisir ton forfait. Tu peux même ajouter une excursion à $60 pour explorer la belle ville de Dallas en style.
Ça a l'air génial. Mais qu'en est-il de l'hébergement à l'hôtel?
Pas de souci. L'inscription à la convention est liée à la réservation d'hôtel. Lorsque tu t'inscris, il te suffit de sélectionner si tu as besoin d'un hôtel et les dates de ton séjour.
Oh, très intéressant. Et je n'ai même pas besoin de 2 liens.
Pas du tout. Tu recevras un email du Sheraton DFW avec les détails de ta réservation et un formulaire d'autorisation de ta carte de crédit pour la finaliser. Et le meilleur, tu ne seras facturé pour ta chambre qu'au moment de ton départ.
C'est vraiment pratique. Y a-t-il autre chose que je devrais savoir?
Eh oui, comme si le forfait n'était pas déjà incroyable, ils viennent d'annoncer que tous ceux qui s'inscrivent maintenant bénéficieront d'un petit déjeuner américain, buffet et gratuit à l'hôtel.
Je n'en crois pas mes oreilles. C'est vraiment une offre spéciale. Je serai de la partie et je m'inscris.
Voilà, réservons-nous maintenant, réservons nos places tout de suite et rendez-vous à Siana 2025. Ce sera inoubliable. Inoubliable.
Okay, thank you so much for staying with us. This is the Health and Wellness Show on Siana TV. Yes, and then I'm just going to go through some of the other programs that we have on this channel. We have the African Jazz and Traditional Music Panorama every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, hosted by our own DJ Lawrence Mawunyega right here from Dallas. And then from there on Saturdays, we have our Health and Wellness Show, 9:30 a.m. CST, and then 10:30 Central Standard Time. After that, we have the Dunenyo Bobobo coming your way all the way from Ghana in collaboration with Top Radio, hosted by our own Mama MFA. And then right after that, no, I missed one. Right after the Health and Wellness Show is Siana Central Talk Show by Apple Steve and Empress Mousy. So right after, in the next 3 minutes, they're going to be live. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. And then after that, we have the Dunenyo Bobobo from Ghana in collaboration with Top Radio. And then after that, we have Miss Robert-Bear. Yes, we have to learn our dialect, our every dialect. So Miss Robert-Bear will be after Dunenyo Bobobo show sometime this afternoon. So that those are our shows for Saturday, and then Sunday, our sister Nicole also comes our way with Africa Chill. Yes, she comes with a lot of guests who talk to us about, our tradition, our culture. We have to learn, especially our children who are here in the United States, in North America, in Europe, wherever they are, not in Africa. Please let them tune in and learn about our culture. All right, so those are the other shows, the shows that we have on Siana TV for now. There are other shows that are going to be coming our way on this channel. Please, if you're watching, kindly share and like our channel, please. We are bringing a lot of good programs. We have a lot of good programs here, very informative, very informative. And then also, Siana 2025 is coming here. It's going to be here in Dallas, in August, from August 28th to September 1st. You don't want to miss it. So if you have not registered, the rooms and then the hotel rooms are running out, please. So if you have not registered, kindly register. This time you cannot book a hotel room without registering. So please go ahead and register. If for any reason you have to cancel or you're not able to come, your money will be refunded to you. So please, it's better for you to go ahead and register so you can have a good place, to stay here in Dallas when you come. We are ready for you all do not miss out this year. Sienna 2025 is gonna be an exceptional one. All right. So thank you. Those are the announcements in the end. So we're gonna ask our guest in the studio to Mrs. Joyce Hussein to give us her last words before we sign off for today.
All right. Thank you so much, AC. This was so much fun. I loved it. And what I want you all to take away from this meeting this morning is we have two types of America. We have America for the informed and America for the uninformed. I am not talking about education. I am not talking about degrees. Yes, you can get all the degrees. You can get all the PhDs. Yes, I was on the verge of getting my PhD, right? But I was not informed in America. So be informed so that you can make an informed decision, choices for yourself and your loved ones. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. All too soon, our time is up. That 1 hour goes by so fast. So until we come your way again next week, stay tuned, be blessed, and act on whatever information you've received today. My name is Miss Del, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Yes, ye KKG at Kakafo. I wrote you Rokogo of Fuatiagama, yes, sir. Anyani at all junkling, Makaranamchi, Mananania. Yenaba Ashikali, Ikala Angama. Floss tasty treats. Anyashikali, Azina Azada Shiada, a Putapeo, a Snodapeo. No, never a chica Zandum. Nano Banaba first course. Hello, starter. Enya no imbuduika no nyabana ajibaya ano poma ye ma ajibaya dum papi adakwa ko ko nyabana ji Floss tasty treats product here likanya ashitali adeya ala nu goma to ko nyabana ku na ku de na se baba akwedam o pro pado strong pasio nyano adudum anu na mara shiada ji Floss tasty treats. And you know that's all engagement, wedding, official fee can hear me a pogger alaba one for. Airtime novinia, Zababa, Bohana grabber, one or show. No Jumla Mojide. Zabana Tashida www.Floss Tasty Treats. You're there 212-915-9331. Zababa Naji Floss Tasty Treats. Then I call Adada Wapadoma, Yanobutu. Floss Tasty Treats. I like the Floss Tasty Treats. I don't know, I'm at the corner shadow. Floss Tasty Treats. I like that. I like Gazoot. Giomo, Yamakaran, Lakana, Floss.